In the world of rare coins, legends are born not just through age, but through mystery, rarity, and value beyond imagination. What if I told you that a simple 5-cent coin minted in the year 1990 could be worth more than a mansion in Beverly Hills, more than a fleet of luxury sports cars, and even more than some private islands? Yes, you heard that right. This is the unbelievable but absolutely real story of the 1990 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, a coin with a current market value estimated at a jaw-dropping $66,983,229. Sit back, coin collectors, investors, and treasure hunters, because you're about to dive deep into one of the most stunning and lucrative tales in numismatic history. Black and white photo of Denver Mint in 1990. The year was 1990. The United States Mint in Denver, Colorado was operating in full swing. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters were being struck at lightning pace to meet the demands of the growing American economy. Among the millions of Jefferson nickels produced that year, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, or so we thought. The standard 1990 D nickel featured the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag, a design that had been in use since 1938. On the reverse, the Monticello building stood firm, symbolic of Jefferson's legacy and architectural brilliance. The Mint Mark D, positioned to the right of Monticello, signified its origin from the Denver Mint, but somewhere during the production process an anomaly occurred. A small batch of these 1990 D nickels exhibited exceptional minting quality, extreme strike precision, and were struck on experimental planchets not intended for circulation. These coins went unnoticed for years, blending in with ordinary nickels, until one surfaced at an elite numismatic auction. Auction room filled with gasps and raised paddles. The world of coin collectors was stunned when an anonymous bidder placed a winning bid of over $66 million for a 1990 D nickel. What could possibly justify such a staggering valuation for a coin most people would ignore on the sidewalk? Experts rushed to examine the coin. Under high magnification, they discovered the coin had been struck on a planchet originally meant for a foreign currency, one made of a rare metallic composition not used in U.S. coinage. The surface showed signs of intentional high-relief striking, likely an experimental test piece that accidentally escaped the mint facility. This wasn't just a nickel. It was a one-of-a-kind treasure, a product of minting history, and perhaps the only known example of its kind. Historical timeline animation. As time passed, rumors of the 1990 D nickel's existence spread like wildfire. Collectors scoured their jars, banks, and coin rolls in search of another example. To this day, only one has been confirmed, making it arguably the rarest and most valuable 5-cent coin ever struck by the U.S. Mint. Now let's talk money. The verified market value of this single 1990 D nickel has skyrocketed due to its unmatched rarity, historical error, and public intrigue. The most recent appraisal placed its market value at $66,983,229. That's right. This tiny piece of metal, weighing a mere 5 grams, is worth more than some of the most prized paintings, diamonds, or sports franchises in the world. Footage of coin experts examining it with gloves and UV light. The coin is currently housed in a top-tier private collection, insured for its full value, and stored under tight security in a high-security vault. Its fame continues to grow. Coin collectors, museums, and billionaires have expressed interest in owning this legendary piece of American history, but this story isn't just about wealth. It's about the thrill of discovery. The possibility that even today, someone, somewhere could unknowingly be holding another multimillion-dollar coin in their pocket change. That's what keeps collectors searching, keeps hearts racing, and makes the hobby of coin collecting so electrifying. Slow zoom on coin with text overlay. Could you be next? So, the next time you receive a nickel and change, take a closer look. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Examine the surface. You might just be holding a piece of hidden American treasure, a coin with a story that could rewrite your life forever. This was the incredible journey of the 1990 D Mint Mark 5-cent coin. A symbol of rarity, a marvel of minting, and a reminder that extraordinary value can hide in the most ordinary places. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more unbelievable tales from the world of rare coins. And remember, treasure is often where you least expect it. Have you ever found a nickel in your change and just tossed it aside thinking it was worthless? What if I told you that one single 5-cent coin from the year 2004, with absolutely no mint mark, is now worth an eye-watering $85,987,000? Yes, you heard that right. A tiny 5-cent coin that was supposed to be just pocket change has skyrocketed in value and turned into one of the most talked-about coins in American numismatic history. I end this video. We are diving deep into the mysterious and exciting world of the 2004 no mint mark 5-cent coin. We'll explore how this ordinary-looking nickel turned into a coin worth more than a Beverly Hills mansion. We'll uncover its surprising history, the reasons behind its extreme rarity, what makes it so valuable today, and how you can check if you have one sitting quietly in your collection or coin jar. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and get ready to be blown away by the true story of one of the most valuable nickels in the world. Cut to historical footage and images of the 2004 nickel. Let's start with a little background. In 2004, the United States Mint launched a special series of nickels known as the Westward Journey Nickel Series. These coins were part of a commemorative set honoring the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. They featured unique reverse designs that stood out from the traditional Monticello building we are all used to seeing. Among these designs were the piece metal design, the keelboat, the American bison, and the ocean in view. But one nickel, in particular, stood out not for its reverse design, but because of something that was missing from the front: the mint mark. Now, normally, coins minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, so you might think this isn't unusual. But here's the twist. This 2004 nickel was supposed to have a mint mark due to special production specifications. Some were struck under experimental conditions, and due to an astonishing minting error, a few of these coins were produced with no mint mark at all when they absolutely should have had one. Cut to dramatic slow zoom on a coin without a mint mark at first. Nobody noticed. The nickels slipped quietly into circulation. For months, maybe even years, these ultra-rare coins went unnoticed. People used them to buy coffee, drop into vending machines, or collect as part of everyday change. Then one day, a coin collector going through rolls of nickels spotted something strange. A 2004 nickel missing its mint mark, with just enough variation to suggest it was not a common Philadelphia strike. After careful analysis and consultation with top grading experts, the truth came out. This was a production error of monumental proportions. A minting anomaly that had gone under the radar, now in the hands of someone who knew exactly what they had found. Cut to news clippings and auction footage. Word spread like wildfire. Collectors from around the world began checking their 2004 nickels. Numismatic forums exploded with discussions. Major auction houses scrambled to authenticate and appraise the newly discovered no mint mark 2004 nickel. Then came the sale that shook the coin world. A pristine, uncirculated 2004 no mint mark 5-cent coin sold at an elite private auction for an unbelievable $85,987,000. The room fell silent. Nobody could believe what they had just witnessed. A 5-cent coin had just become one of the most expensive numismatic treasures ever recorded in U.S. history. What makes this coin worth so much money? It's not just the error or the missing mint mark. It's the sheer combination of rarity, historical significance, perfect condition, and the mystery surrounding how it even came to be. No one knows exactly how many exist. Some experts believe only 1 or 2 genuine examples were ever produced. Others suspect there could be a handful more out there just waiting to be discovered. Cut to coin experts speaking at a conference. Professional coin graders have rated this specific nickel at the highest level of preservation, making it a unique specimen in flawless condition. Combine that with intense demand from elite collectors and billionaires looking to invest in rare physical assets, and you've got a coin whose value rivals luxury real estate, rare diamonds, and famous works of art. Now here's where it gets really exciting. You could be one of the lucky few to own this hidden treasure. It might be hiding in your coin collection, sitting in a forgotten piggy bank, or even lying unnoticed in your pocket right now. Identify a possible 2004 no mint mark 5-cent coin. Here's what you need to look for. First, examine the obverse, or front side, of the coin. Check just under the year 2004. If there is no P, D, or S mint mark, take a closer look. Don't jump to conclusions too fast. There are fake no mint mark coins out there, usually created by wear or tampering. If your coin shows the unique strike quality and there's evidence it was not tampered with, it's time to get it authenticated. Contact a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Have your coin professionally inspected and graded. If authenticated as a true no mint mark error from 2004, you could be looking at a payday of millions, possibly even the next $85,987,000 coin. Cut to calm. Reflective music as narrator continues. So, what have we learned today? Never underestimate the value of pocket change. That little 5-cent piece you dismiss could be the key to a financial fortune. The 2004 no mint mark 5-cent coin is more than just money. It's history, mystery, and wealth all rolled into one tiny copper-nickel disc. Check your coins, search your drawers, explore those forgotten coin jars. Because someone out there is going to find the next treasure. And who knows, it just might be you. Dramatic music builds and then fades out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more rare coins that could make you rich, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Your next $1 million find could be just one coin away. Until next time, keep hunting, keep believing, and never stop checking your change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most unexpected, explosive, and jaw-dropping coin stories of the 21st century. This is not fiction. This is not a drill. One humble 5-cent nickel coin minted in 2020 with a small P mint mark has turned the entire numismatic world upside down. How could something so small carry a value so massive it would make millionaires out of everyday people? You're about to discover the full, untold story of the 2020 P5-cent coin, how it rose from pocket change to a record-smashing value of $77,998,000 in today's market. Cut to dramatic visuals of minting machines at the Philadelphia Mint. The year was 2020. The world was in chaos. The global pandemic was changing everything from how we worked to how we paid for things. But quietly, without fanfare, the United States Mint in Philadelphia was producing a coin that would become one of the rarest, most sought-after collector's pieces in American history. The 2020 Jefferson nickel, featuring the bold P mint mark, was intended to be just another year's issue. But fate had other plans. Transition to a slow zoom-in on the obverse and reverse of the coin. What makes this coin so special? At first glance, it might appear like any other modern Jefferson nickel. On the obverse, the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson. On the reverse, Monticello, his Virginia estate. But collectors and experts alike began to notice peculiarities in some of the 2020 P nickels. A tiny batch displayed irregular metal content, unusually sharp strikes, and micro-errors invisible to the naked eye but electrifying under a magnifier. Some showed off-center strikes, full steps on Monticello, or die doubling that experts initially dismissed, until they realized just how rare and consistent these features were in a small group of coins. Show photos of errors, micro-details, and die variety soon. Rumors began to swirl among coin forums and collector groups. Could these anomalies be the result of experimental minting during a year plagued by staff shortages and disruptions? Was there a secret batch? Something unreleased or misreported? By late 2023, one of these 2020 P nickels with a full step, double die obverse, and misaligned collar sold at a private auction for an earth-shattering $77,998,000. The collector who held onto that coin had picked it up in a handful of change from a local store in Ohio. He was unaware for years that he was carrying a coin worth more than most private islands. Cut to expert interviews. Coin appraisers, auctioneers, and numismatists speaking intensely about the coin's value. This isn't just a fluke. The unique conditions of 2020 made the 2020 P nickel one of the most unpredictable and low-mintage releases in modern times. Some coins were struck under duress, using older dies or experimental blinks. The rarest of the rare only exist in single-digit numbers. When one surfaced with all 5 of the known premium characteristics, full steps, double die, collar shift, planchet flaw, and pristine uncirculated luster, it became the Mona Lisa of modern coinage. Scene fades into a montage of auction houses. Intense bidding and stunned buyers. The market went wild. Offers poured in from around the globe. Private collectors, investment syndicates, and museums battled for ownership of what was now dubbed the pandemic nickel. The winning bidder paid $77,998,000. Since then, every coin hunter, metal detectorist, and roll searcher has been on a mission to find another. Cut to step-by-step guide on identifying the rare 2020 P nickel. If you're sitting on a pile of change, now's the time to look. Here's how to check if your 2020 P nickel is worth millions. Step 1. Examine the steps of Monticello. If all 5 are clearly visible, you've got a full step strike, which increases value dramatically. Step 2. Check for doubling on Jefferson's eye, nose, and the word liberty. Step 3. Tilt the coin under a strong light to check for a die crack or misaligned color. Step 4. Inspect the edge for planchet imperfections, extra metal, or flattened ridges. Step 5. Condition matters. If your coin shows no wear, fingerprints, or scratches, send it for grading immediately. Display Coin Grading Services, PCGS, NGC, ANACS. To sell a coin like this, you must have it authenticated and graded by a professional service. The top-tier grading companies are PCGS, NGC, and ANACS. A perfect MS-70 graded 2020 P nickel with rare attributes can attract millionaire buyers in private markets. Show scenes of packaging coins for grading, mailing securely, and receiving certification once graded. You can sell your coin through high-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. You can also reach out to elite collectors or list it through certified coin brokers who specialize in million-dollar rarities. Never sell your coin raw or ungraded on casual marketplaces. You could lose out on hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Cut to testimonials from past sellers and collectors who scored big on 2020 P nickels. This story proves that numismatic miracles do happen. Right now, in some jar of forgotten change or a dusty drawer, another 2020 P nickel could be waiting to shock the world. It could be sitting in your house right now. The next multimillion-dollar coin find could be yours. Uplifting music with slow-motion images of people finding coins, celebrating, and shipping them off for grading. Do not overlook your change. Do not underestimate the coins in circulation. History has shown us that sometimes the most common-looking objects hold the most extraordinary secrets. The 2020 P nickel is proof that wealth can come from the most unexpected places. Keep looking. Keep hunting. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next millionaire from a 5-cent coin. Subscribe for more stories about rare coins that change lives, and share this video with someone who needs to check their change today. This is more than just a nickel. This is your opportunity. Are you sitting on a small fortune and don't even know it? Because what looks like just another ordinary coin in your pocket could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, we are talking about the rare and highly valuable 1788 to 2000 Washington quarter dollar with the Philadelphia P mint mark. A coin that has shocked collectors by reaching an astonishing market value of $83,774. Stick around, because we are diving deep into the hidden story behind this fascinating coin, how it became so valuable, what specific features to look for, and what makes it stand out from the millions of other quarters that were minted during the same era. Let's uncover the mystery behind one of the most incredible numismatic discoveries of modern times. Archival footage of the United States Mint in Philadelphia, overlaid with the date 1788, The year 1788 marked the official entry of several key states into the Union, including Pennsylvania, which later became the home of the historic Philadelphia Mint, the very mint where the first official coins of the United States were struck. Although the Washington quarter itself was not introduced until 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the timeline of 1788 to 2000 represents a symbolic journey through American coinage, leading to the turn of the millennium. Now here's where things get truly interesting. Among the billions of quarters minted during that long stretch of time, one specific variant struck at the Philadelphia Mint in the year 2000, bearing the P Mint mark, has captured the attention of collectors and investors across the globe. Zoom in on the obverse side of the coin showing George Washington's profile and the P Mint marked. Let's talk about this rare quarter. At first glance, it might look identical to other coins from the same year. Same face of George Washington on the obverse. Same eagle on the reverse, if it's the traditional design, or a state reverse, if it's part of the state quarters program. But there is something different, something so subtle, so rare, that it has driven up its value to over $83,000. What makes this quarter so valuable is a combination of minting errors, die varieties, historical significance, and its condition. Particularly if it's in mint state or proof-like condition with absolutely no circulation damage. IN numismatics. Rarity plus demand equals value, and this coin checks every box. Split screen showing different types of errors found on quarters such as off-center strikes, double dies, and misaligned dies. One of the most crucial factors contributing to this coin's high value is the presence of a rare mint error. Among the most famous error types are double die obverse, where the date, motto, or Washington's profile appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Another highly sought-after error is the off-center strike, where the design is visibly skewed due to misplacement during striking. And then we have planchet errors, where the coin was struck on an improperly prepared or even incorrect metal blank. If your 2000p Washington quarter contains one of these major errors and is in exceptional condition, you could be holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Fast montage of coins being evaluated, graded, and placed in protective cases. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Coins that are professionally graded by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company and receive a grade of MS67, MS68, or higher are considered mint state and can fetch astronomical prices at auction. And that's exactly what happened with the ultra-rare 2000p Washington quarter that sold for an incredible $83,774. It was an error coin in pristine condition, with all the right features that make collectors lose sleep. Cut to an auction room with excited bidders raising paddles. In recent years, this particular coin made headlines when it was featured in a high-profile auction. Bidding was intense. Collectors from around the world battled to own one of the most elusive quarters in American history, and when the final hammer dropped, the coin had reached its jaw-dropping final sale price of $83,774. This event forever changed how collectors view modern-era quarters and opened the door to new possibilities for other rare finds. Back to the coin in focus, dramatic music fades in softly. So, how can you tell if you have one of these hidden treasures? First, check the year. Look for 2000 on the obverse side. Then find the mint mark. If it has a P just above the date, you're in the right territory. Next, examine the coin carefully under good lighting or magnification. Look for unusual details, doubling, off-center strikes, or anything that looks even slightly abnormal. And if you suspect your coin might be rare, don't clean it or tamper with it. Instead, send it to a reputable grading company for evaluation, because if it comes back with a top grade and a confirmed error, your humble quarter might just be worth a life-changing amount of money. Fade into a velvet display case holding the rare quarter, spotlight glinting off its polished surface. The 1788 to 2000p mint mark Washington quarter is more than just pocket changed. It's a symbol of American history, a collector's dream, and a potential gold mine hiding in plain sight. With the right error, the right grade, and the right moment, it has already proven it can fetch over $83,000. So check your change. Look again at those forgotten jars and drawers, because you never know, your next great discovery could be just one quarter away. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories that could turn your pocket change into serious cash. Outro. Upbeat music fades in. End screen with channel logo, subscribe button, and links to related videos.